He's a sports consultant based in the United Kingdom. But we're happy to have him with us on Sports Tonight this morning. Shegun,
thanks once again.
Thank you for honoring us with your presence.
Thank you.
How are you reacting to all of this?
Well,
another season looks like it's going.
It's the same old story, year in, year out. I just think this is a lot of heartbreak for the Arsenal fans all over the world. I think Nigeria has the second fan base in the world.
Largest fan base for Arsenal?
For Arsenal, I think so, if I'm correct.
Second largest outside of England.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's sad times, if I can say. But if anybody had told Arsenal fans at the beginning of the season that they would be in this position, they actually, they tried to win the Premiership, because the first match of the season I was there when Aston Villa beat Arsenal. So, the hopes go up and down, it's a roller coaster, but we have to take it.
The thing about Arsenal fans is that now there's a Twitter campaign or a campaign on social media about Wenger going.
Wenger out.
But if Wenger goes, all they have to do is just take a very good look at Old Trafford and see all the problems that are going on there. If you fire Arsene Wenger, who do you bring in? And if he does come in, will he also have another, heartbreaking season like David Moyes is currently undergoing? So can Arsenal fans stomach that?
All right, let's leave Arsenal and English football on one side. We'll talk about the Champions League later on. But let's focus on our own. And Shegun is here. Shegun, you've also followed Nigerian football very well. You've gone in and out with the Eagles. You know a lot that is going on. Let's spend some time to look at what is going on in the camp of the Eagles. We want to talk about Big Boss. That's what we call him. Big Boss Stephen Keshi. Well, can we say it's at the best of times? Yes, you're looking forward to the World Cup, Nations Cup winner. You've qualified Nigeria for the World Cup. You've done a lot. But Keshi is in the news, always in the news. If it is not one battle today, it's another battle tomorrow. I don't know what you guys make of it. And the happy man, what do we call our big boss? The happy coach is now becoming the troubled coach.
Well, it's just, I use the word sad that at this point in time, this is what we're still talking about, because normally countries all over the world, they're preparing, they're looking after their camping arrangements, trying to make things work. But, Nigeria, we are the African champions, so everybody will come out all guns blazing. The opponents are probably planning what they're going to do, the tactics. I think both parties, the coaching crew and the NFF, need to find a solution to this for the sake of football-loving Nigerians, to make things work accordingly. Things has to be done, and it has to be done now. I think we have about 66 days or something to the World Cup, so things have to be done now.
Today?
Well, if you ask me, I'm just going to say it as it is. I think there's a campaign of calumny. There is a negative campaign going on for people who are trying to,
just to recap,
nail Stephen Keshi.
Let's just put this in perspective and bring out to you what you have on your screen. Keshi's running battles of recent. I don't know what this dates back to, but this is what has been going on. Debate over foreign technical assistant was the first issue. Should he get a foreign assistant? Should he not? It dragged on for a while.
Someone also said maybe we should even have a foreign technical advisor to oversee him.
All right. Then the query for shunning the technical committee meeting for the sponsors event that you saw on your screen a couple of minutes ago. And then after that one had died down and he had replied the query, it was a different face-off again over a 35-man list for the World Cup. And he says, look, the deadline to submit that is May 13. Why are you asking for this in February, March? After that has settled down, it is bickering over the high-profile absentees from the Super Eagles. Some players are supposed to be in that team. Why are they not in the team? And after that one has simmered down a little bit, it was displeasure over statements made about wives and girlfriends of the Eagles. It looks like we just must find something to fight about. And then the last one is this one. Arguments over the sharing of gifts and the largesse for winning the Africa Cup of Nations.
AKA sharing formula.
In Cross River. But over the weekend, really, gentlemen, former assistant coach of the Super Eagles, Stephen Okwala, came out with damning revelations about the NFF sharing parts of what they got from the Cross River State government. And that has been generating plenty of reactions from left, right, and center. Keshi has spoken, and I think we should just read Keshi's reaction now.
And I think we should actually say explain exactly what it is.
Okwala said that to have peace with the NFF, Keshi decided that some of the monies they got from the Cross River State government should be shared with some NFF board members. But Keshi has come out now, and that is what Keshi is saying on the screen. We put it out for you on slide. Keshi says, there is no truth in such a claim. I mean, that money given to the team by the Cross River State government for the last AFCON success was shared with Nigeria Football Federation officials. It says the NFF have never asked and they never shared from any monies given to the team by supporters, well-meaning Nigerians, and state government. That's coming from Keshi. And it says, we have our rules here in the team, and the administrator normally liaises with the captain and other relevant authorities before such monies are doled out. Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi. It's come out in very clear terms.
So there's some sort of miscommunication there then. Things are not. I think there are grey areas that needs to be looked at, but personally, I just feel we need to move on from all this. We need to forge ahead and look at how...
April 7.
You know,
Less than about 2 months, we should be talking about the World Cup itself.
World Cup, yeah.
All I say is that there is no smoke without fire. If Silvanos Okpala, who was a key part of everything that went down...
Okpala was not
making
these allegations. Okpala wasn't in Calabar.
No, he wasn't in Calabar.
Yeah.
But
he was out of the team at the time.
But you can't say Okpala does not have his sources. And I think Okpala, he went for the reception. Okay, no, you're talking about the reception when they went for the final match against Ethiopia.
He was out of the team at the time.
But he probably does have his own sources.
But everybody has come out to deny. The team coordinator, Emmanuel Atta, has come out to deny. The team coach, Keshi, has come out to deny. Everybody's denying.
It's just particularly painful because, like you said, it is just 66 days to the World Cup. Other countries, other reasonable countries are looking at how to ensure that their teams are at the optimum level come kickoff. But we were still fighting, having this infighting, queries flying left and center. Why didn't you bring a list? Why weren't you at a technical committee meeting?
Let me come to our guests. Let's see Shegun's opinion about all of this. How do we solve all of this and stay focused?
Well, the only way to solve this is, it's quite unfortunate that all this has happened, but I think moving forward, there are a lot of issues that will be resolved because there's been some things that have happened that people are now aware of that will not happen again in the future. But going forward, personally, I just feel what the NFF needs to do and the coaching, they need to sit down together, put the house in order and say, this is what we want Nigerians to feel and to have from the World Cup. If such a thing is not done, you know, the press will keep coming out with all sorts of different stories. They need to come together and give out, to unify, you know, just to say, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do it. And the case closed.
Let me stay with Shegun, but this time I'll talk about UEFA Champions League. Games will be played tomorrow because our time is really running out. There will be games on Tuesday, there will be games on Wednesday, and these are crucial games. Second leg, quarter-final matches, and Dortmund against Madrid. Dortmund 3-0 deficit from the first leg. Chelsea, Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea 3-1 from the first leg, a deficit for them. And then on Wednesday, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, United, both games 1-1. Shegun, very quickly, what do you see happen? What are you seeing?
Dortmund, it's going to be it's an uphill task for them.
I think Dortmund are out, really.
I don't see how they're going to overturn that. Chelsea, Mourinho is a great converter of attack-minded footballers, making them defensive. But unfortunately, he tried to do that with Shirley to make him an attack-minded footballer within one match, and that backfired. But with Chelsea, with someone like Mourinho, he comes out with all sorts of things. So let's see how he's going to make that work.
All right, let me close the show with a reaction from a referee, Francis Mary Oloha. He says we should thank you guys for promoting Nigerian referees. Referees need more encouragement. No job is tougher like being a judge in a football game.
Absolutely.
That's coming from Francis Mary Oloha. Yeah, so we've commended referee Bethel Onwanezi. He's done well, and we hope other referees will follow suit. If they do continue to do well that way, we will continue to talk about them on Sports Tonight. That's how we have to wrap it up, Shegun. We'll have to have you back again and again until you go back on our show.
Yeah, right. Definitely. I'll be pleased to come back on. Yeah.
All right, so that's our show. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.